Thank you everyone for coming to Mantra House on this pre-summer evening. So who's ready for summer? Yeah, you know I'm ready. I got my summer shirt on. It's like that purple and pink. You know how I do. So summer's my favorite season. I thrive in the summer. I thrive like being in the oceans, in the river, in the lake. And I'm a summer baby. I was born in August. So I thrive. I feel like the most memories are made in the summer. It's like I'm a professional summer boy. That's what I do for a living. And so my favorite part of the summer season, you guys won't believe it, but it's to go to the beach. But it's not like that. I go to Hermosa Beach. I've been doing it for like 2 years, especially in the summer season. It's like my tradition. I take a crate of about 60 to 80 meditation books, and I set up a book stand by the pier, usually starting from like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 12 to 4. And I sit there and I set up a sign that says meditation books. And I sit there in the middle of summer, and you know I gotta smother myself with sunblock because if not I'll get burnt. But I start meeting just countless individuals who are just on the stroll on the beach, passing through Hermosa Beach Pier, and we start discussing philosophy, meditation, consciousness, the universe. In exchange, I give them a meditation book, and we just have these thriving conversations, and I do that for about 4 hours. Sometimes, a lot of the times I don't go by myself, I go with a group of friends. And so we're just having these stimulating conversations with different individuals from all over the world, from different walks of life. Right at the peak of summer, just staring at the beach, like this beautiful atmosphere. And we're doing that. 1 hour goes by, 2 hours, and we're doing fasting as well. We're just drinking water, maybe a snack here and there for those who can't hang. And we're just out there just continuously talking. And from all that, the whole experience of talking to so many individuals, you just naturally get this high off of life. Like you just get this zest off life. Like you feel inspired. You really like feel connected. And so within that high that I'm feeling, I take advantage of it. And the first thing that I do after those 4 hours, I go directly to the ocean. I leave my books to the side and I forget about the beachgoers, everybody that's in the sand, just posted, drinking, smoking, whatever, and I just go straight deep into the ocean, as far as I could go. I'm not good with numbers, but I try to go as far as possible, so maybe like 50 yards, 60, to the point where you're just all the way in the deep side and all you see is like little figures of human beings and like just buildings. I've been swimming for a long time, so I don't get scared. So I'm there, and the first thing that I do is that I just dive deep. I take the deepest breath that I can and I just hold my breath for as long as possible. And then what I do in there, I just start meditating. Within my own mind, because my eyes are closed, I feel like I go into some geometric figure with my body. And I start meditating. I start meditating on the ocean, on the vast body of ocean that surrounds me, on the land, on the millions of people throughout the whole land. And I begin to feel connected to the earth. Then I start meditating on the sun, and like just the power of the sun beaming on the whole earth. From that I start meditating on the galaxy, on the galaxy and the other galaxies. Then in the whole universe, then the multi-universes, then the source of the multi-universes, and then the source of the multi-universes. And I just come back to my body and I feel like an embryo, just in the primordial soup of the ocean atmosphere. And yeah, that's what I do for fun. I'm just a bit weird like that. But I want to open up the floor to you guys. Like, what's you guys' favorite part of summer? Like, who's here willing to share? Just anybody, could be anything. Doesn't matter.
The sun.
The sun? You guys don't like swimming, camping, hiking, traveling, bonfires. Yeah, Yeah, there's so many things to do.
For Bhakti fest.
Bhakti fest.
Playing music if there are musicians out there jamming.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a whole array, a vast array of things that can happen in the summer. And in that sense, we see that there's an array of personalities, an array of diversity. Not only in this room, in the whole world, in the whole universe. It's just like teeming with diversity, teeming with millions of flavors. And so we can see that in essence we're all one, but we're simultaneously different. And this is the beauty of diversity, the beauty of personality. In Sanskrit there's a term that within the essence of the absolute, there's simultaneous oneness and difference. And this creates the principle of individuality, the array of flavors, what gives the zest to life. And so I like to think that in the ocean you have that individuality, you have that diversity. There's millions of species and subspecies within whales and mammals, dolphins, millions of fish. Just incredible what's, I don't know the percentage of life discovered in the ocean, but it's so 10%? Yeah, 10% of ocean life discovered, and it's so vast. And so we can see that the whole of life can be compared to an ocean. The whole of life can be like an ocean of just the pure essence of life. And what do we have hidden within the deepest depths of the ocean? We have gems, we have jewels, just like this right here. Any crystal heads out there? And so we have treasures. Some people might call these treasures pearls, jewels that have been lost throughout time. And so I like to compare the essence of spiritual inquisitiveness, that bigness to inquire about life and the universe, that's actually compared to a great jewel that not many people have. It's actually a great jewel that the mass of modern civilization we take for granted. And so in the ancient yoga texts, it's a fact that it's stated there that the greatest jewel that one can come across within the whole subspecies and the whole category of species throughout the whole universe, the greatest jewel is the human form of life. And why is it the greatest jewel? It's the greatest jewel because in the human form of life, we have that physical ability to inquire about the self, to ask why we're here, where we're going, what does it all mean, like what is our purpose here, what am I meant to do? In comparison to the life of an animal, they don't really have that capacity. They have the capacity for happiness, joy, to enjoy whatever's surrounding them, but they don't really have that potency, that vigor to inquire about consciousness, life. And so in the human form of life, it's the greatest jewel because we could inquire beyond the limits of death. And somehow or other, we're all here in this specific moment in time, in this specific room where it's not a coincidence that we've chosen the path of knowledge, the path of spiritual inquisitiveness, to figure the hidden depths of just the power of human consciousness. And so we have recognized that precious jewel. That's why we're all here, because we recognize that there's this beautiful energy within us that allows us to seek spiritual reality. And so once we have that jewel, what do we do with it? In the ancient yoga text, it's explained that with that jewel, that great jewel of spiritual inquisitiveness, we hold on to it for dear life. We hold on to it because within the main circles of civilization, there'll be mass waves of illusion that are going to try to knock you down in order to lose grasp of the jewel. You could see it in the social medias, in the newspapers, in the political circles of life. You turn on your TV and it's all deviating you from the greatest principle of consciousness. They're all waves of illusions that are just going to try to knock you down to lose grip of the jewel. And so in connection to the talk, we titled this talk practical tips for summer vacation. And so going back to summer, tip number 1 is don't lose the jewel. Tip number 1, don't lose the jewel. Because you already know how it is in LA. I've been living here for like 20 years of my life. And in the summer season, you come out, the sun is just shining. You feel the warmth in your skin. You feel like the beach is calling after you. The parties are just around the corner. It's just that summer energy that LA has. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's just that LA vibe. And so at least for me, that inspires a lot of self-reflection. A lot of feelings of self-exploration, feelings of adventure. Like you want to get into something, you want to go hiking, you want to take a trip. And ultimately, for most of you guys, you want to seek that summer love, right? That person that you meet in the midst of summer that just takes you on a memorable quest, takes you on the whole memory of the summer season. And so with all those things, sometimes it could be difficult to keep in mind the greatest jewel, which is the vigor for spiritual inquisitiveness. And so tip number 1 for the summer season is that once you have that jewel of spiritual inquisitiveness, you revolve your whole life around that jewel. The people that you surround yourself with, the adventures that you get on, just anything. That's a tip number 1. And it's a very joyous process where you could actually revolve your whole life and revolution to that jewel of consciousness. And tip number 2, because the spiritual quest is full of jewels, we have a special, we got the mantra gems. Has anyone ever seen this beautiful, peculiar object? Yeah, so right here we have what we like to call mantra house on the go. So, the titular of mantra house. So summer tip number 2 for those that are leaving the state or the country. We got a special thing for you guys right here. So this is called the mantra meditation kit. It's a japa bag. In Sanskrit it's called japa. These are japa beads. And so inside this bag you put your beads in there and you just practice mantra meditation. So just like we do it with music, you can do your own personal meditation. And it goes like this. This is a head bead. After the head bead you go to this bead and you just chant the mantra. You listen to the mantra. You could do it at whatever time feels best. Ideally in the morning works best. And you just recite the mantra. You just focus on it. Like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then you move on to the next one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. And then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, up until the point that you go all the way around, and you reach the head bead again. And then you could go around. And then you have your mantra bead counter. So once you chant one round, you just pull it down. And now you got one round in. And you could keep a tally. One day you could do 1 round of mantra meditation. The other day you could do 2, and you just keep a tally like that. So when I first saw this object, I thought, man, this is like super cool. Like you could take meditation everywhere. It's going for a walk, going to the beach. I don't know, maybe you guys have seen some of the mantra house people with this. When I first saw it, I thought it was like a super innovative bag because it even looks like you could have a hamster in here. You put it around your neck. You're carrying your little hamster. It even has a little bag. But in essence, it's super sacred. So you got your mantra beads. So that's mantra house to go. And yeah, so we're gonna have these for those that, you know, they're leaving the country or they want to take mantra house to go. And it's just a donation. We get them from India. So the donations just go towards mantra house. And it's a beautiful thing that you could just hold dear. When I was first starting, I would sleep with it. Like I would just put it under my pillow. I would wake up, do a round, and you just feel like this energy, this frequency, because everything's sound frequency. So what to speak of meditating on Maha Mantra and just waking up to the sacred sound frequency. Yeah, with that being said, I see that there's some new people in the audience. I see people that have been coming for some time. There's people that have been coming for even years even. And as you guys can see, Mantra House is not just like a one-time-a-week hobby. We've actually been working behind the scenes, and we managed to establish several clubs in different colleges. We have the UCLA Musical Meditation Club, which is spearheaded by Shanti, the captain of the UCLA Meditation Club. We have Anne, Regella. Anybody else here from UCLA? Yeah. Nadia and Maddie. So slowly we're taking over LA. We also have the USC Meditation Club, which is spearheaded by a guy from UCLA. I don't know how that happened. And then we have the Cal State Long Beach Meditation Club, which they're not here right now. They're on hiatus. And eventually we want to start the LME Meditation Club. So hopefully by next fall we're able to do that. And some of you guys got a glimpse of the Mantra Mansion, which was super epic. Yeah, in the mountains of Pacific Palisades, just mantra vibration. It was super beautiful. If you guys didn't come, you guys missed out. It's maybe once a year. We don't know yet. It's like throwing the dice. But we'll keep you guys updated. Eventually, we want to move towards mantra skyscraper.
Nice.
Mantra world. No, but in all seriousness, this is not just a one-day thing. In the future, we hope to have a farm where we're actually growing our vegetables in these areas, where we have a sanctuary for animals and just do retreats and, you know, just create a beautiful farm projects. So that's in the future. So just giving you a glimpse of the MH evolution. You see how it goes. And that connection, tip number 3 for those that are actually staying in LA for the summer season, we're actually gonna make it happen. Just stick with us. Right now we have Mantra House on Thursdays, but starting saying like mid-July, we're hoping to expand Mantra House for 2 days out of the week. So not just one day, not just Thursdays, but we're hoping to do Mantra House Sundays. Yeah. And so just like it takes an army of people to make Mantra House Thursdays pop, we need a whole new army of people to make Mantra House Sundays pop. So if you're interested in really taking up to that summer task, which is like signing a contract, $2 million spiritual points, then exactly. Yeah, so just come to us and we can make it happen for Mantra House Sundays. It's a beautiful secret event. We're trying to really revolutionize it, and we could go into further detail with you guys. With that being said, we're moving to our next segment, which is mantra meditation. But as a last message, I just want to say, like, just hold tight to that jewel, because there's going to be a lot of distractions coming your way. Once you go against the current, there will be a lot of obstacles, a lot of things trying to push you back to the masses. So hold tight to that jewel. Once you crack open that jewel, you notice that there's a seed in there, a seed that has sprouted. And that seed is a beautiful plant of higher consciousness. You protect it, you water it every morning. You take time to read inspirational texts that really invoke higher consciousness. And with that seed, you're able to give it to others. Because just like an apple grows, you crack it open, there's other seeds, and you can plant other trees. And that's how we make a difference in the world. And so with that being said, I'm going to end a little bit earlier, unless anybody has any questions or any comments. Going once, twice, 3. Okay, closing it. So we want to move to the next event. I want to present to you guys, she's a jewel of a personality. Her name is Priya. And she's going to lead us on a beautiful journey of mantra meditation. The way she leads it is like just close your eyes and just take that mystical ride. Just surf the waves of that mantra ocean. And so just a big round of applause for Sean Priya.